What you're about to witness is the moment a monster stopped playing by the rules and declared war on everyone who ever doubted him. Bronson Reed didn't just cross a line tonight, he obliterated it, burned the remains, and left the entire WWE universe in absolute shock. This is the night that changed everything. Welcome back to SLAMZONE, the only place where we don't just talk wrestling, we live it, we breathe it, and we break down every earth-shattering moment that matters. If you're new here, do yourself a favor right now, hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications because what we're about to dive into is pure chaos, pure emotion, and pure wrestling brutality at its finest. And to my SLAMZONE family who've been riding with us from day one, I need you more than ever tonight. This story, this moment, it needs to be shared. So when this video hits you in the chest, when you feel that energy coursing through you, share it with every wrestling fan you know. Drop a comment below and tell me how you felt watching this unfold because trust me, you're not alone in what you're feeling right now. The arena is electric. You can feel it through the screen. Thousands of fans packed into that building, their voices creating this thunderous wall of sound that shakes the very foundation of the arena. The lights are blazing, cameras are rolling, and somewhere in that controlled chaos, Bronson Reed is walking with purpose. Not the casual walk of a man heading to a match. No, this is different. This is the walk of someone who's made a decision, someone who's tired of waiting, tired of politics, tired of being held back. Every step echoes with bad intentions. And then we see him, Paul Heyman, the wise man, the advocate, the man who stood beside legends, who's crafted careers with nothing but his words and his brilliant, calculating mind. But tonight, Paul Heyman isn't standing beside Roman Reigns. He's alone, exposed, vulnerable, and Bronson Reed knows it. The camera catches Heyman's eyes, and you can see it, that flash of recognition, that split second where his brain is screaming danger. His mouth, always so quick with words, suddenly seems to fail him. The confident smirk that usually plays across his face is gone, replaced by something we rarely see from Paul Heyman, genuine fear. Reed is closing in now. The crowd senses what's coming. That buzz, that collective intake of breath from thousands of people who know they're about to witness something unforgettable. Heyman tries to talk. Of course he does. Words are his weapon, his shield, his escape route. He's raising his hands, not in surrender but in that classic Heyman gesture, trying to negotiate, trying to manipulate, trying to talk his way out of what's coming. But Bronson Reed isn't interested in words anymore. He's done talking. He's done waiting for his moment. He's taking it. The first move is devastating. Reed grabs Heyman, and it's not gentle, it's not for show. This is a man handling another human being like they weigh nothing. The crowd erupts. Some are cheering, feeding off the chaos, the rebellion against authority. Others are gasping, shocked at the sheer disrespect being shown to one of the most protected figures in WWE. Heyman's glasses fly off. His carefully styled hair is a mess. The suit that probably cost more than most people's monthly rent is getting wrinkled, torn, destroyed. And Reed is just getting started. You have to understand something about this moment. Paul Heyman isn't just a manager. He's a symbol. He represents power, influence, the inner circle of WWE's most dominant faction. To put your hands on Paul Heyman is to declare war not just on one man, but on everything he represents. It's career suicide. It's reckless. It's bold. And Bronson Reed is doing it anyway because somewhere along the line, he decided that playing it safe wasn't going to get him where he needs to be. The officials are scrambling now. Security is trying to intervene, but Reed is a mountain of a man, and when a mountain decides to move, you don't stop it easily. He's tossing people aside like they're made of paper. The focus, the intensity in his eyes, it's like nothing else exists except this moment, except making this statement. Heyman is trying to crawl away, his face a mixture of pain and absolute disbelief. This isn't supposed to happen to him. He's untouchable. He's protected. But not tonight. And just when you think it can't get more intense, the music hits. That familiar, powerful theme that makes the whole arena shift. Bron Breakker. The powerhouse. The future. The man who's been destroying everyone put in front of him with a combination of raw power and athletic ability that we haven't seen in years. He's sprinting down that ramp, and the crowd is losing their minds because now we've got a savior charging in to protect Heyman, to restore order, to make Bronson Reed pay for his transgression. Breakker slides into the ring area with the urgency of a man on a mission. His muscles are pumped, his face is set in that intense scowl that's become his trademark. This is the hero moment, right? This is where the young lion saves the day and puts the monster in his place. The two men lock eyes. Bronson Reed, breathing heavy, adrenaline pumping through his veins. Bron Breakker, ready for war, ready to prove why he's the next big thing. The tension is suffocating. They collide. It's not a wrestling match, it's a collision of titans. Fists are flying, bodies are crashing into barricades, the sound of impact echoing through the arena. These aren't carefully choreographed moves for the camera, this is two men who genuinely want to hurt each other. Breakker gets Reed in a clinch, trying to use his amateur wrestling background to control the bigger man. But Reed is fighting with something different tonight, something primal. He's fighting with the desperation of a man who knows this is his moment, and he's not letting it slip away. Right now, I need to pause and talk to you, the SLAMZONE family. If you're feeling this, if your heart is racing watching this unfold, if you're on the edge of your seat wondering what happens next, do me a favor. Hit that like button right now. Subscribe to SLAMZONE if you haven't already, because this is what we do every single week. We bring you the moments that matter, the breakdowns that go deeper, the passion that real wrestling fans crave. Drop a comment and let me know your thoughts on what Reed is doing here. Is he justified? Has WWE pushed him to this point? I want to hear from you. And please, share this video with your wrestling family, because moments like this need to be discussed, debated, remembered. Back to the chaos. Security has finally gotten some semblance of control, but it's fragile. Reed and Breakker are being held apart, but they're still reaching for each other, still screaming, still wanting more. The crowd is absolutely unhinged. Some are chanting for Reed, appreciating the chaos, the unpredictability. Others are chanting for Breakker, wanting to see the young star put this rebel in his place. The noise is deafening. But here's where it gets even more insane. Just when everyone thinks the storm is passing, Reed breaks free. He explodes through the security guards like they're not even there. Breakker sees it coming and does the same. And now we're back to war. The two behemoths are trading blows in the middle of the ringside area. Each punch sounds like a gunshot. Each collision into the steel steps or the announce table makes you wince. This is brutal. This is real. This is what happens when you strip away the entertainment and get down to the raw, primal core of competition. Reed grabs Breakker and hits him with a move that makes the entire arena gasp. The impact is sickening. Breakker's body crashes to the floor, and for a moment, everything goes silent. That collective holding of breath where you're not sure if what you just saw was part of the show or if something genuinely went wrong. Medical staff is rushing in. Officials are waving frantically. And Bronson Reed is standing there, chest heaving, looking down at the damage he's caused with this expression that's part satisfaction, part realization of what he's just done. Paul Heyman is being helped to the back, his suit torn, his pride shattered. This man who always has control, who always has the upper hand, has just been humiliated on live television. And Bron Breakker, the unstoppable force, the next generation superstar, is down, hurt, possibly injured. All because Bronson Reed decided that tonight was the night he stopped asking for permission and started taking what he believes is his. The aftermath is chaotic. Medical staff is surrounding Breakker. The crowd is still in shock, still processing what they just witnessed. Reed is being escorted out, but he's not walking with his head down in shame. No, he's walking with his head held high, like a man who just did exactly what he needed to do. Like a warrior who just drew first blood in a war that's only beginning. Think about the ramifications here. Bronson Reed has just attacked Paul Heyman, one of the most protected figures in all of WWE. He's just potentially injured Bron Breakker, someone the company is clearly positioning as a future world champion. These aren't the actions of someone thinking about playing politics or climbing the ladder slowly. These are the actions of someone who's decided that if he's going to make an impact, it's going to be massive, it's going to be memorable, and it's going to be on his terms. And you know what makes this even more powerful? The story behind it. Bronson Reed is a man who's had to fight for everything. He's been underestimated because of how he looks. He's been told he doesn't fit the mold of what a WWE superstar should be. He's been on the sidelines while others got opportunities. And somewhere in all of that frustration, all of that hunger, all of that desire to prove everyone wrong, he reached a breaking point. Tonight was that breaking point manifesting in the most explosive way possible. As we approach the climax of this incredible story, I want you to do something for me. If SLAMZONE has become part of your wrestling week, if you appreciate the passion and detail we bring to these breakdowns, hit that subscribe button and join this family. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a moment. Share this video with everyone you know who loves wrestling, because this is the kind of content that deserves to be seen, discussed, and remembered. Your support means everything. The final moments of this encounter are being replayed on every screen, multiple angles showing the devastation, the shock on faces in the crowd, the absolute chaos that Bronson Reed unleashed. And as the show tries to move on, as the next segment tries to happen, you can feel that the energy has shifted. Nothing that comes after can match what we just witnessed. This is the moment everyone will be talking about tomorrow, next week, next month. What does this mean for Bronson Reed's future? Has he just fast-tracked himself to the main event, or has he committed career suicide by attacking people he should never have touched? What about Bron Breakker? How does he respond to being laid out like that? And Paul Heyman, the man who's witnessed and orchestrated so much violence over the years, how does he process being the victim for once? These questions are going to fuel storylines for weeks, maybe months to come. This is what wrestling is about. Not just the moves, not just the championships, but these moments where reality and entertainment blur together. Where you're watching and you're not entirely sure what's planned and what's genuine emotion spilling over. Where the stakes feel real, the consequences feel real, and the passion is undeniable. Bronson Reed gave us that tonight. He gave us a moment that will define his career, that will be replayed in video packages for years, that will be remembered as the night he stopped being just another name on the roster and became someone you absolutely cannot ignore. As we close out this breakdown, I want to thank every single one of you for being here, for watching, for being part of the SLAMZONE family. If this video got you hyped, if it made you feel something, please hit that like button, share it with your friends, and drop a comment below with your thoughts on what Bronson Reed did tonight. Was he justified? Is this the beginning of something special or the beginning of the end? I want to hear from you because that's what makes this community special. We're not just watching wrestling, we're experiencing it together, analyzing it together, and celebrating this incredible art form together. Until next time, this is SLAMZONE, where the action never stops and the passion never dies. Stay ready, stay subscribed, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.